So I hope you're all well. Hope you're all staying safe and keeping happy. If anyone's got any questions before we get going today, please ask, and if I can answer them, I will. Anything about any of the other things we've done, or anything you want me to insert today while you're in trance, get you going where you want to go. Hi, Petra. Hi, Tess.
Hi, Freddie.
Hi, Freddie. Or any future topics, Freddie, would be great as well.
Yeah, any suggestions? Because I'm running out. I only got today's because Amanda used the word discombobulation. I thought I've got to work it into the title somehow.
Was I describing myself, Freddie? That's how I normally feel, discombobulated.
Yeah, it's a great word.
I love it.
Fantastic word. So I think we've all got to use it at least once a day.
Oh, can I use my other favourite word? Freddie, what's the weather like there? It's squally here in Essex. I love squally. You rarely get to say it.
Squally and discombobulated.
Yeah, and discombobulated.
Yeah. So are you letting people in?
Yeah.
Good. Seems to be a lot of people showing up. So yeah, good. Yeah, so that's really what we're going to be doing today, because I don't know about all of you, but I just don't know where I am half the time, what we're supposed to be doing, what we should be doing. You know, should we be wearing masks? Should we not be wearing masks? Should we be doing this? Should we be doing that? And I think there's a lot of confusion. And so I just thought today what we do is just take you into a space where you can get some clarity on what's right for you and what's the safest thing for us all to do. I know, you know, it's I'm only talking from my own self here, but I find it very discombobulating. So we're going to try and annihilate the discombobulation out of your life, get some clarity. Hi, Petra.
Yeah, can I ask, is discombobulated a word I could translate, or is it more some funny yeah,
I'm not sure it's a British word or not. It sounds like a British word. In fact, it sounds like a Ken Dodd word.
Yeah, it does.
If you don't know who Ken Dodd is, then he's a British comedian. I'm sure he made that word up.
No, he didn't. It's a real word.
Very discombobulated, he used to say. No, he didn't say that, but he was something like that.
Yeah.
It means confused and yeah, kind of confused and yeah, not sure. I think that's what it means. And that's out of sorts, really.
That helps. Thank you. That's good.
I want to try and say it to as many people as you can in German, Petra. You're German, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See how many times you can work it into your sentence in German. Just say it's a very posh British word. There you get on with it. Nice to see you all. Hi, Helen. Hi, Andreas. I've got two Amanda Kings here, but hi, Sarah.
Been sharing the link, Freddie, last minute.
Good. All right. So, if we any requests today for what you'd like me to work into this, when you're in profound state of hypnosis, anyone's think, oh yeah, I'd love to be able to feel differently about that or free of that. Anyone? No?
I think a bit of self-doubt, Freddie.
You're all perfect. Niels, well done. Second place in your poker tournament. I saw you post. That was all right, wasn't it? Right.
That was just sharing a memory, Freddie. That was a couple of years ago.
All right. Well, you've got to get back to it.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Let me just get to where we're going to be going. So if I can get this chat thing out of the way. Shall you do that?
Freddie, I'd like to feel a little bit more confident, you know, with all this back and forth. Some days I do, and some days I'm just not so sure.
Okay. Well, I'm going to work it in there today because the great and wonderful Milton Erickson, he said, you can pretend to be anything and then become it. In most cases, when we're not feeling confident, even if we act like we're confident, sooner or later, if you act it, you become it. But I'm not going to ask you, is there any specific area of your life you feel like you lack confidence in. But you can anchor a feeling of confidence in something you're feeling really good at. So something you feel truly confident at, you know, whatever it is in your life. If you can get into that feeling, then just place a finger and thumb together and say a specific word and hold that feeling for a while, Rosemary. And then you kind of let go and clear the screen, and then you do it again. In fact, what we're going to do now, because we know before we start this, would you like to experience that? And I want all of you can join in with this if you want, but we're going to work specific with a feeling of confidence. And I'm going to teach you all how to place an anchor, of a positive anchor in your being. I know some of you are on my training, so you've already learned this, you've already got your own confident anchor. Amanda got one in Las Vegas, I believe.
Yeah, and I got it in London, Freddie, thank you, and I'm still using it.
I know it was one of those places we met. Las Vegas, London, you know, all of these wonderful places we meet. But you know, I'm going to show you all how to do this, because this, you can do like a 4-day course on anchoring, but in the next 5 or 10 minutes I'm going to show you how to do this, because this is an incredible technique that you can help others with, because it's something we do anyway. If you've got children or you've got a loved one, then you're probably already anchoring feelings with them anyway. You know, when your child falls over and when they're small, and you pick them up and you give them a cuddle and you say in a kind of kind way, oh, you're going to be okay. You know, it'll be all right. And you give their knee a kiss or whatever it might be, as if that's going to help anything. But, you know, and they feel better. They feel better and feel secure. And during your childhood, if that happens enough times, after a while, just the sound of your parents' voice will kind of calm you. It doesn't matter whether your child's 21 and at university and just had their heart broken for the first time, and they phone you up and say, Mum, you know, and you'll go, you know, but you're a lovely girl, you'll be okay. And because you've anchored that feeling of security with that tone of voice throughout their childhood, the chances are you're going to trigger that feeling again. So we're anchoring feelings with each other all the time. If you've been hypnotized by me before, or Graham, because got the wonderful Graham Harvey here, he's a great hypnotist up there in Scotland. If you've been hypnotized someone before a couple of times, then you probably get anchored to that voice. And so when you sit in the chair ready for hypnosis, and the hypnotist starts to speak, and he goes into his kind of hypno voice, the chances are you're going to go into trance. I won't do it now, otherwise Tess will go to sleep before I finish speaking, because she loves hypnosis. She's a bit of a hypno junkie. So, and Petra's there, she'll crash out as well. So I won't take my hypno voice on, but we anchor these feelings with each other all the time. And so back in the 1970s, there was 2 men. One was called Richard Bandler and John Grinder. They were the kind of developers of what's now known as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And they decided to study a model excellence. So they figured they could take anyone that's doing something brilliantly and model what they do, the way they move, the way they speak, and even down to the way they think. And by doing that, they found they could pretty much replicate what those people were doing. And so, but through this, they modeled 3 therapists. There was Virginia Satir, who was a family therapist. There was Carl Jung, who was I'm trying to think, he was a therapist anyway. And there was Milton Erickson. So they modeled these 3 therapists. And then they found that a lot of what they were doing was anchoring. And so they found that we could do this for ourselves consciously. We're doing it unconsciously anyway, but we can do it consciously. I'm going to run this with Rosemary. If any of you want to join in and you want a feeling of confidence and join in with me, this is an extra because I wasn't even thinking about doing this till Rosemary asked, but I think it's something you could all learn. And then if you have a friend who says, you know, I'm in this situation and I don't know what to do, and you were to say to them, well, how would you need to feel to overcome that? And if they said, if only I could feel more confident, or I could feel more determined. And then you can say, well, I met this strange bald guy and he showed me this technique called anchoring, and you can help your friend with it. Okay, so this is something you're going to learn today. This is something you will absolutely be able to do for others. So I'm going to teach you how to do this. So the first thing we do is elicit the positive feeling or emotion the person wants. In this case, is confidence. So now we have the positive emotion that the person wants, and then we show them how we're going to do this. And there are two things we need. We need a physical anchor and a trigger word. So I don't know what you want to do. You can put a finger and thumb together. You can cross your fingers, grip your thumb, squeeze your ear, but something that you can do that, you know, that's kind of subtle. I spoke to a guy once and he said, well, he was doing karate or something. And I said, what are you going to do? He said, well, I'm going to go like this. I said, well, that's okay. But if you're in a boardroom and you need to feel a bit more confident, and you suddenly go, you know, people are going to think you're slightly mad. So, you know, make it something subtle. It can be a finger and thumb together, crossing your fingers, gripping your thumb, squeezing your ear. But one action that you're going to do specifically to trigger this feeling of confidence. Have you all got one? Those who want to join in, yeah. And we need a trigger word. Now it can be a name of a person, name of a place, name of an object, but one word that you're going to use specifically to trigger this feeling. It might be that you had a grandparent or a teacher or a friend who absolutely believed in you, and that name would bring up that feeling of confidence for you. But it can be an object, it can be a place that you once went where you felt confident. But now should have a physical anchor and a trigger word. Have you all got that? Okay, so the next thing we have to do, now bear in mind, we're going to anchor a feeling of confidence, not a memory of confidence, but a feeling of confidence. So the joy of this is that I've seen people, let me tell you a story about a young girl that came to see me, and she lacked confidence. And I said, look, we're going to anchor this feeling of confidence. Think of a time when you felt confident. And as sad as it was, she said, I've never felt confident. So I said, do you know someone who is confident? She said, my friend Jenny, she's super confident. So I said, can you imagine what it feels like to be Jenny? She said, I absolutely can. So the joy of this is, if it's an emotion you've never felt, but you know someone who is like it, or you can imagine what it feels like, to your brain and body, it's the same thing. You know, I often have people come to see me for public speaking, and it is one of the biggest fears for most people, to stand up in front of people and be confident in public speaking. And very few people have never had that experience. And I asked for someone once, I said, do you know someone who is a really good public speaker? He said, yeah, Bruce Forsyth. That now, you know, he's passed now, but he's one of our greatest presenters in England. And I said, can you imagine what it feels like to be in? And he went, yeah. I said, well, you know, adopt the posture, you know, good game, good game, good game. And he got right into the actions of it, so he could feel it, you know. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you're all amongst friends here. So whatever you need to get the feeling, get the feeling. I had one client and he said, I want to feel invincible. I said, do you know anybody? Have you ever felt invincible? He said, no. I said, do you know anybody that is invincible? He said, yes. I said, who? He said, Superman. So I swear to God, the man took the Superman pose and he got into it. If you can imagine what it feels like, you can anchor that feeling. So I want you to either think of a time when you feel totally confident, or think of someone you know is super confident. And just for now, you can use them as a kind of surrogate to get the feeling up. So this is what we're going to do next. You've now got a physical anchor and a trigger word. Now, to get the feeling, we need three things. We need posture, breathing, and internal dialogue. So if let's say you're a confident typist, then you obviously be sitting. If you're a confident gymnast, or if you were then adopt the posture. Remember, amongst friends, I don't mind if you're standing up, lying down, sitting down, whatever it is. But in a moment, I'm going to ask you to adopt the posture, breathe how you breathe when you're feeling confident, and say what you say to yourself when you're feeling confident. And then, only then, when you get the feeling up to its kind of peak, I want you to put that anchor on. And I want you to repeat that in your mind. Just say that anchor word in your mind, the trigger word in your mind. I'm going to encourage you to keep the feeling going, and it's going to last for 7 or 8 seconds. Then I'm going to ask you to let go of the anchor and just open your eyes. Now we're going to do this 3 times, but bear in mind, because I can't see everybody on here, I won't know what you're feeling. So if it's only a mediocre feeling of confidence, that's all you're going to trigger when the time comes. So I want you to really allow yourself to get to that feeling of super confidence. I'm going to kind of encourage you and coach you into it. And then obviously I can't see all of your anchors either. So I'm going to give you a bit of time, and then I'm going to ask you to anchor that feeling. And then we're going to do this for you. In the next 5 minutes or so, you're going to have that feeling anchored into that hand or into your ear or wherever you've set the anchor. Okay. Are you all ready to do this? I want you to really enjoy it. Okay. So think of something really good, someone really cool, or someone you love. Get into the feeling. And then when you're ready to do this, I want you to take a breath in. As you close your eyes, just go into that space of hypnosis. You know how to do this. And as you go into that space, think of that time when you felt confident, or think of a feeling of confidence. Get a sense of your body being flooded with that feeling of confidence. Imagine it's flooding into every cell, every fiber, filling you up, lighting you up. Super confident. Breathe how you breathe when you're confident. Say what you say to yourself when you're feeling confident, and get that feeling up. Breathing in confidence, breathing out doubt. Feel it even stronger. And when you absolutely feel it, now put that anchor on and say that trigger word to yourself, and keep that feeling going. Feel it even stronger. Super confident. That's right. Feel it. Keep that feeling going as you hear that trigger word in your mind. Okay, let go of the anchor. Open your eyes. Okay, was that a good feeling? Right, we're going to do it again. Get it even stronger, okay? Remember, you're amongst friends. So let's do this once again. Take that breath in. As you breathe out, go into that wonderful space of hypnosis. And then get to that feeling of confidence. Get a sense of it flooding your body and your mind. Super confident. You can do anything. You can achieve anything. You can say anything because you are super confident. Say what you say to yourself when you're feeling confident. Breathe how you breathe when you're feeling confident, and feel that feeling flooding your body. And when you absolutely feel it even stronger, put that anchor on now. Hear that trigger word in your mind and keep that feeling going. Breathing in confidence, breathing out doubt. Keep it going. Hear that trigger word in your mind. Keep that feeling going. Okay, let go of the anchor. Open your eyes. Excellent. Right. Was that a good feeling? Is that a good feeling you want, Rosemary? Right. This time, whatever you are feeling when you put that anchor on and say that word to yourself is going to be anchored into that action forever. So make it the most incredible, powerful feeling of confidence. So when you're ready to do this again, this is the last time, okay? So get ready. You're going to be flooded with that feeling. Take that breath in, breathing in confidence. And as you breathe out, allow your eyes to close and go into that space now. Feel yourself being flooded with the most incredible feeling of confidence. Feel it flooding into your cells, into the very marrow of your bones, filling you up, lighting up. Feel that feeling getting stronger and stronger now. That's right. Say what you say to yourself when you're feeling confident. Breathing in confidence, breathing out doubt. Get that feeling even stronger. And when you absolutely feel it, now place that anchor on and hear that word in your mind. And from today, whenever you put that anchor on, you say that word to yourself, you'll instantly go back to this feeling of confidence. From today, whenever you want to feel confident, you put that anchor on, say that word to yourself, you'll instantly go back to this incredible feeling of confidence. From today, no matter where you are, what you're doing, you put that anchor on, you say that word, and you'll instantly be flooded with the most incredible feeling of confidence. You can do anything, you can achieve anything. you are already a whole being. You are incredible. You are loved, you are loved, and you are loving. Feel that confidence flooding your body now. That's right. Let go of the anchor. Open your eyes. Okay, excellent. Right, so now you have that feeling anchored into that hand. So I want you all to do this, those who've taken part. Just put your anchor on. Don't have to close your eyes. Put your anchor on and say the words and see what happens in your body and mind. Okay, look at Rosemary smiling. That obviously worked. Excellent. Okay, so remember, because you all know how to do this now, right? And this is recorded. You can look at it again. This is something you can do for yourselves, things you can do for your children, things you can do for your friends. You don't have to be a hypnotist to do it, but you are already anyway. So get yourself into this and use it. This is your special bonus technique today, right? As and you can blame Rosemary for me teaching you it. Okay, right. So today we're going to just get into this today. I'm going to get you into a state of mind where you have absolute clarity on what we're supposed to be doing. I know it's complex because wherever you are, I mean, Petra's in Germany, Tess is in Cyprus, I'm in East Yorkshire, and no one pays any attention to rules up here. You know, Helen's down in Somerset. Is it Somerset you're in?
Suffolk.
Suffolk. Yeah, yeah. I can't even do the accent. I was going to try and do a Suffolk accent.
No, nobody can. Mark might be able to.
I've got it. That's right, my lovelies. That's it. That's it, my lovely. Okay, so, you know, wherever you are in the world, we've all got different ways. You know, every government's different, every different city's different, and it is a bit discombobulating. So we're going to try and undiscombobulate you, get some clarity on this, and get you feeling free of any anxiety you've got about this. Allow yourself the natural concerns that everyone should have at the moment. You know, so we don't go crazy, kissing strangers just for the hell of it. Just keep that sense of sensibility, but at the same time, allow ourselves the freedom from any anxiety and any irrational fear and anxiety anyway. So get into this with me today. Look on it as a bit of time out. Understand that while we're together, you're all that matters to me. You know, everything else disappears for this next half an hour. And you can listen to me if you want, but I don't mean this rudely. I'm not interested in your conscious mind. You've tried to overcome this consciously. It hasn't worked. Your unconscious mind knows exactly what to do, and it will take from what I say everything needed for you to do this. So if you're ready to be completely undiscombobulated, then take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close. Only as quickly as you're ready to be free of any discombobulation. Oh, I love that word. That's right. And feel that feeling of fun now as you go deeper and deeper into hypnosis. Imagine it's happening automatically. For a moment, focus on your body. And if you can sense any tension anywhere, let it go. Start with those tiny little muscles around your eyes and allow your eyes to relax. That's right. Let those muscles relax. Think about the people you love, people that love you. And for you, most of you out there are healers in some kind. Just for a moment, think about all the people out there living their lives in a better way because of you, because of your words, because of your skills, your love. Just for a moment, think about that. Allow yourself that moment. And as you do that, those eyes are relaxing so completely, they just won't work. Imagine that's happened. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. And when you realize that your eyes are so relaxed, they just won't work. Just for a while, you can test them and find it completely locked. That's right. Now, nothing bothers you, nothing affects you, nothing disturbs you. I'm going to snap my fingers. And as you hear my fingers snap, that feeling of relaxation around your eyes is going to go right down through your body in an instant, like you've had a general anesthesia, the most incredible feeling of relaxation. Get ready. No matter how relaxed you get, that chair will support you, but your body and mind are going to relax completely. Now, That's right. Just feel yourself sinking down into that wonderful space. Just for a while. Nobody wants anything. No one expects anything. There is nothing for you to do but to listen to my voice and allow yourself this time. That's right. Imagine you're just drifting down through space and time, down toward that place of total bliss, where you have access to all of your inner powers and strengths. That's right. Everything you've ever learned is in that vast warehouse that you call your unconscious mind. And it's working for you, and it wants you to be happy. It wants you to be well. Imagine just sinking down into that beautiful space. Every word I say is going to take you deeper and deeper into that feeling. The deeper you go, the better you're going to feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you'll go. That's right. Imagine it's happening automatically. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Everything I say now is your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon at a molecular, cellular, neurological level. It's now your reality. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, can continue to hear, to understand and respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful, free floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way. As you drift as a mind, and that mind drifts without boundaries, without borders, without limits. Just for a moment, get a sense of yourself out there. It's a week from now, it's a month from now, it's a year from now. And you're achieving the things you want to achieve in your life. You're creating that life that you want, the health that you want. Get a sense of yourself out there. And notice the way you move and the way you breathe. You're super confident. And notice the way you move and the way you breathe. Step into that body and feel into it. Get a sense of what it feels like to be creating that life you want, free of the past, free of every limitation. Get a sense of that now and ask yourself this question. How much fun is that? How much fun can I make it? How enjoyable is it and how important is it for me? And get a sense of that now, how good that's going to feel. Because now you know how good you're going to feel. Everything about you is inclined to make that happen. Because your unconscious mind exists for two reasons. It wants you to be happy and it wants you to be well. And what it needs is a clear direction. And now you have it. Your unconscious mind knows exactly what you want. And you'll find yourself moving towards it automatically without thinking or trying. And the unconscious mind can make those changes now, while the conscious mind drifts off someplace else entirely now. That's right, in your own time, in your own way. Aware of events that occur along the way as the unconscious mind utilizes that opportunity to alter your awareness and to continue that learning in whatever way is the right way for you. And as you drift deeper and deeper into that wonderful space, just when you think you've reached that ultimate space of bliss, my voice, my words, going to take you 10 times deeper. I want you to enjoy every moment. So in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10. And every number down, your body will enter a state of total bliss. Like you've had a bliss anesthesia. But at the same time as counting down from 10, I'm going to be counting up from 1. And with every number up, your mind becomes stronger, clearer, and more focused on what you want to achieve, how you want to feel, and how you want to be. And at some point, as I'm counting, the essence of who you are, that intangible part of a human being, some call it the spirit, some call it the soul, I call it the essence, the passenger, the observer in that physical body is going to separate from that body in the chair for a while. And it will be the most incredible feeling of liberation and freedom. So as I count down, your body enters a space of bliss. You can forget about it. Every number up, your mind becomes stronger and clearer. And at some point, you'll have the experience of separating from your body. And it will be the most incredible thing of liberation and freedom. 10. Body relaxing more and more. Every muscle, nerve, and fiber relaxing. Imagine it's happening automatically. There's nothing you can do about that. 1. The mind is clearer and stronger than it's ever been before. You know exactly how you want to feel and be. 9. The body drifts down toward a space of total bliss. Deeper, deeper down. Nothing bothers or affects you. Nothing disturbs you. 2. Every negative thought that you or anyone else ever placed on you is swept from your mind. 8. The body goes deeper, deeper down into that space. Get a sense of it happening, and there's nothing you can do about that. The deeper you go, the better you feel. 3. Every limiting belief that was ever placed on you, that ever held you back, is swept from your mind. 7. The body goes deeper, deeper down into that feeling. Less and less aware of yourself as a physical being, but totally aware of yourself as a mind. 4. The mind begins to separate from the body. 6. The body continues to drop even deeper into that wonderful space. That's right. Deeper, deeper, deeper down. 5. The essence of who you are, that intangible part of your being, the passenger, the observer in that physical body, separates from your body completely. Get a sense of that happening, the most incredible thing of liberation. You may be able to look back at that body in that chair as you drift further and further away from it. And just for a moment, look at your body in that chair and just think how incredible your body is. Just for a moment, think about your feet. How incredible are your feet? How many people have you met because your feet have taken you there? How many places have you been? How many incredible places have you seen because of your feet? Just for a moment, think how incredible your feet are. For a moment, think about your hands. How incredible are your hands, the things your hands have enabled you to do, to learn, to create. Maybe the babies that you held in your hand, the love you felt through your hands, the pleasure you felt in your hands. Just for a moment, think about your hands. How incredible is that body in that chair? And I want you to just think for a moment and appreciate just how incredible your body is, because it is the most incredible creation in the known universe. Since the beginning of mankind, there have been 100 billion people walking on this planet. But there's only ever been one of you. You are unique. You are incredible. You're already a whole being. You don't need to be anything else. You are love, and you are loved, and you are loving. And feel into that now. Look at that body in that chair and make a decision right now to appreciate that incredible body, to love that body, and tell them it's okay to love that body and treat it with love. Feed it the right nutrition, give it the right hydration. Move so you can be the best you can be. Just for a moment, understand you are unique, you are beautiful, you are incredible. And as you look at that body in that chair and you drift further and further away from your body, the essence of who you are, and notice that the essence of who you are is ageless. It's infinite, has no edge. How incredible is that? As you drift now, is the essence of who you are. And a new understanding, you are not your body. You are not your name. And that whatever you may have thought you were, you are far, far, far more than that. Get a sense of that now as you drift further and further away. And as I continue to count down from 5, your body in that chair is going to go deeper and deeper into that incredible space of bliss. 4, going even deeper. 3, 2, feel yourself dropping down to that incredible space. 1, 0. And now you're in that space. Just you and the sound of my voice and that feeling of freedom and liberation. That's right. And as you drift in that space, you can use your unconscious mind as a resource and strength that you can learn from and really have an experience, one that's satisfactory to you. All that's needed to build a good rapport with the unconscious is to have a line of communication. And sometimes the unconscious communicates by movement. And it may be that the eye reflex changes and the eyes flicker, or the head moves slightly, or a muscle twitches involuntarily. That's right, you can try and keep those eyes still. Find they flicker even more. It may be that the left hand moves all by itself and starts to feel lighter and lighter, starts to drift up and lift up, or the right arm goes even higher. It may be that your unconscious mind just takes you even deeper into that wonderful space. Only your unconscious mind knows which it will use. And so as you drift even deeper, I'd like your unconscious mind to search through all the things in your life, all the things that are happening right now in the world today that are creating that discombobulation within you, and allow you complete and utter clarity. Ways of keeping you safe and protected, but at the same time allowing you complete and utter freedom from any irrational fears and anxieties and doubts. Allow you the natural concerns that everyone should have at this point in time, so you can be safe, but at the same time allowing you complete and utter freedom from every irrational fear and anxiety and doubt. That's right. Each time it identifies a new choice that it believes will keep you safe and well, but allow you that freedom, I'd like it to take you even deeper into that space. Increase those signals so that you and I understand that it's making those changes for you. That's right. Feel yourself just drifting through space and time. How incredible is it to experience that? And understanding that the essence who you are is ageless. Nothing that happens to that body in that chair can touch you. You are infinite. You are the most incredible creation in the known universe. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. Just for a moment, think about the people you love. People that love you. People that you've helped with your words, your kindness, your brilliance. Just for a moment, think about those people now. And feel that love like a burning hot sun in a summer sky. Now shrink it down to a white hot nuclear powered ball of light as big as a golf ball, and pull that into your heart and feel your heart expanding. Feel that feeling flooding your body into every cell, every fiber, into the very fiber of your marrows of your bones. Feel it lighting you up and lifting you up. And notice as your body is flooded with that incredible feeling of love and joy and light, every ounce of irrational fear and anxiety is gone, because they cannot coexist in your body with that feeling of love and light. I'd like your unconscious mind to make those changes now. And when it's done that, I want it to increase those signals so that you understand. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. Go with your unconscious often as you need to know. You will stay safe and you will be okay. And whatever you thought you are miles, miles more than that. You are not your body. You are not your name. You are so much more than that. And as you get a sense of that now, I'm going to continue to count up from 5. And every number, your mind becomes stronger, clearer, and more focused on the life you want to create. The happiness, the love, the joy, the health that you want to create. Because now, as you look back at your body in that chair, you understand just how incredible it is. And all the wonderful things that body's enabled you to do. The love that's enabled you to feel, the pleasure. And for some of you, even creating another human being. How incredible is that? How incredible is that body in that chair? And from today, you're going to show it some love. Treat it with love, treat it with kindness. Understand it's okay to love that body. To treat it to the right food. To treat it to the right amount of water. To give it the right amount of exercise. Because it's incredible and you are love. So get ready as I count from 5. Your mind becomes stronger, clearer, and more focused. 6, every negative thought that's ever held you back, it's gone from your mind. Imagine it's happened and there's nothing you can do about that. Every limiting belief that was ever placed on you, you now recognize was only ever someone else's opinion. It was never true. And it's gone from your mind. 8, once again, think about those people you've helped and the people you love, the people that love you. Let that light you up. Pull that feeling to the very core of your being and notice any dark clouds that have been hanging on your chest are being pushed up out of your body under the force of that light. Feel that black cloud of doubt. Feel it going up through your throat. You can feel it. Feel it going up through your head. Feel it right below base, below your skull now. As I snap my fingers, you're going to feel that black cloud go right up through the top of your head and leave your body forever. Get ready. It's going to be the most intense, incredible feeling of freedom. Feel it now. You can see that black cloud trying to get back to you, but it's too late. And watch as it drifts further and further away from you. Get a sense of it getting sucked into one of those black holes in space, never to affect you again, because now your body is just flooded with that feeling of love, light, joy, and happiness. Feel it. I know it's okay to feel that good. 9, a moment of pure clarity. You absolutely know what you need to do, as every ounce of that discombobulation disappears from your body and your mind. 10, a moment of enlightenment. Eyes opening, feeling absolutely incredible. Excellent. I don't think someone must have just, did you just spotlight me, Amanda?
Yeah, because it kept popping to someone else.
All right, okay. Well, I'm looking at myself now. It's a bit discombobulating.
Do you want me to unspotlight you?
So I can go to gallery view. It's fine, I think. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, look, I hope you enjoyed the experience. It's great to see you all. Stay safe. I hope you're now completely undiscombobulated, and you've got now an anchor for confidence you can take into the weekend. And and use this for others. I know you might think you do know how to place an anchor, and the joy of it is you can stack anchors. So this weekend, if you think, oh, well, I'd love to feel what goes with confidence, calm and confidence. If you think I'd love to feel calm and confident, then find a space where you can get into a beautiful calm feeling. And when you feel that feeling of calm, use the same anchor and the same word, and keep the feeling going for 7 or 8 seconds. Then release the anchor, clear the screen, and do it 3 times. And then when you want to feel confident, you also trigger the feeling of calm. If you want to feel calm, you also trigger the feeling of confidence. So you can stack anchors, any kind of emotion that you could put together that makes sense. You don't want to be completely calm and really excited at the same time. That'd be a bit weird. No, but calm and confident would be fine. But, just think of those, think of how you want to feel, because now you have access to it. Whatever happens, enjoy this weekend. And yeah, what else can I say? And when I was saying about the amount of people that you've helped, we got Graham Hardy here. He some years ago, I don't know how long it was, Graham, but he created a thing called the clearance protocol, which has been out for a long time now. And lots of therapists use that protocol, and it's gone all around the world. And I'm sure that Graham has no idea of how many thousands of lives he's touched with his protocol, but I know it's thousands and thousands of people. And so whenever, I'm sure you don't, Graham, but if you're any kind of dark moments, just remind yourself of how many people are out there now living their lives in a different way because of you. And I know it's the same for Amanda. She works at the College of Medicine. If you're not already a member of the College of Medicine, then join up. I think it's £30 a year as a membership. I mean, that's nothing. That's 2 cups of coffee in London or something like that. But it's £30 a year, and you've got access to so many brilliant people, me included. You've got access to all these brilliant doctors, people doing EFT and, all these different kinds of therapies. It's really worth joining up. If you're not already a member, have a look and join up. And we've got, as I say, Amanda's kind of the engine of the college. She keeps everyone on her toes. She's the one who sends me to do notes and stuff like that. And we got Sarah, who's, you know, she's a major part of the college as well. She's here. She's masquerading as Amanda King. So it's 2 Amanda Kings. That's Sarah waving. But, you know, we've got these great people at the college, and it's for us as if you're an alternative therapist, you know, like we are, complementary therapy, then they are the bridge between us and pure science and medical and pills. And they really believe in what we're doing. So if you're not already a member, join up and see what they do. It's incredible. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming along today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Use your anchor. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you again soon, right? Thanks, Amanda, for being my sidekick here. And Rosemary.
Thank you, everybody. Good weekend. Bye, Freddie.
See you soon. Bye now.
Thanks,
Bye,
Freddie.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember, you are loved. You are loved, and you are loving. Enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.